Hey guys, go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. The old Sunday night show recorded on Fridays. Look at us. Look at us.
Yeah, brother.
Look at us, dude. Look at us. Look at you guys. We got Slick and Thick on the show here. Big fans, you guys. Gerard's obviously been on the show before. Mickey Gall has never been on the show. First of all, we should tell the audience why you're standing up here, Mickey. Why are you standing up?
Too athletic to sit down the whole time. You know what I mean? Got a little too much ADD. You know? Yeah. At first I had a bad back, and I had to get surgery last year, and that's when it started.
Okay.
Sitting down was fucking brutal. Then I realized, dude, I'm the worst person to get a haircut.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I can't sit still for that long. So I kind of stand and I could bow, you know what I mean? I could pull my leg up, change my position.
Yeah.
It's better for me.
It's real nice.
It's better for me. I don't know how you guys
nice.
talk through three epissodes, especially after eating that barbecue.
I know.
Bro,
Four episodes a day, barbecue.
So impressive.
Well, look, professionals do what professionals do, obviously, and everybody who comes to Texas wants to have barbecue, so we get it catered in probably once a week or once every other week. And with that, you get used to it. You build up a tolerance. It's the same as being a UFC fighter, I would imagine.
I'd agree.
I'd actually argue what I did was more hard than what you do on a daily
I wouldn't
basis.
argue with you.
Yeah, thank you.
I wouldn't argue with you.
Thank you.
I'm glad those guys went before us. I literally, if I had to stand up here, I don't know what I would have done. I would have been running out to go take a shit halfway through.
Yeah, if I had to eat that barbecue every day, I'd end up with cauliflower ass. It would be pretty.
No, you would adjust.
You'd adjust.
You'd adjust?
Yeah, you adjust, too.
You don't think you'd have a hardening of the O-ring?
No, not at all, dude. It's like people went to Vietnam.
Your personality's
I can't
changed
deal with
a little
this
bit.
shit.
His personality's changed a little bit once he put the helmet on.
Once he put the mask on,
My
he's
name is
muzzled.
Gladiator.
Here, you want this knife so you can cut yourself again?
I did cut myself on your knife.
Did you?
Yeah, this is sharp.
Cauliflower.
I'm between two autists over here. This guy can't sit down.
This is a
guy
cauliflowered butthole, by the way.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah. Welcome to the Friday show. It's disgusting, isn't
Kind
it?
of looks like a pig's nose.
Yeah,
looks like an uncircumcised pig's nose.
Anybody who's
Wait, do they circumcise
fuck?
pig nose?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
anybody who's
Does
into
look like
anal
a-
sex, dude, it's like the cauliflower ear.
No, that's
Yeah,
a prolapse
that's kinda
anus.
That's a
Look at that
prolapse
thing.
anus,
Yeah.
right?
Look at that
Yeah,
thing
right.
right there.
Speaking of, you
pretty
guys
similar,
should
pretty
check out Canceled Weekly. You'll love it. If you like Slick and Thick and Drinking Bros, you'll love Canceled Weekly.
And that's
as
your
well.
new show with Candace
That's
is on
right.
there,
Yeah,
a.k.a.
yeah.
Eva
You guys
Lovia.
you guys have had Candace on the show.
She was
yeah?
on the show, I think, a couple weeks ago.
this
The days all blend together for D'Anthony and I. I try to live in the moment. Sorry that you don't. You know.
I can't see this being effective battleware. I already would rather just take my chances without a helmet.
Well, it's
Yeah.
probably better than getting a sword upside your fucking dome, bro.
I guess.
Yeah.
But also,
I mean, chainmail is not very effective at mobility either. Neither is any kind of armor.
He can't get it off now, which
You know,
is awesome.
He can-
there
it does bother me, and
the helmet.
yeah, a
watch
little bit.
out.
But you've written a bunch of movies, man.
Sure.
Why has nobody ever done chainmail in a zombie apocalypse movie? To me, that's like perfect. Like just get
Like to
dressed up
prevent
as
bites?
a knight. Yeah, you get chainmail, you get melee weapons, and you do like an Evil Dead Army of Darkness zombie movie. It would be awesome.
Sure. Well, I think it's the expense of it, obviously, because it's period piece on top of
And
the
the whole reason
makeup
of
and everything
doing a
else.
zombie flick is because you can turn $500,000 into $1 billion.
Correct.
There
and
it is.
that's
You just-
kind
you
of
just
the
answered it.
deal there. So just tricks of the trade. You know what I'm
Interesting.
saying? Yeah. Mickey, what are you fighting at these days? What's your weight?
I fight at 170, but
Okay.
I'm over 200 pounds.
I was gonna say with the barbecue you just ate, you're
Yeah,
probably
bro.
what 205, 208 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are you coming back? Everybody wants to know when you're fighting next.
So hoping to figure that out soon, like maybe even like today or tomorrow.
No shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
trying to figure out, but I hear the UFC is going back to Atlantic City in March.
God
So
damn, that'd be a blast.
That'd be pretty nice.
If
Back
you
in my
fought in
hometown.
AC, dude, let's go.
Yeah.
Where would they fight out in AC?
I don't know.
What's the venue?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I've been to
Boardwalk
a-
Hall.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been
probably
to
in
a
the
fight
parking
there.
lot of one of the shutdown casinos. I mean, it's AC's a fucking ghost town, bud.
It's-
Rebel's all right. Borgata's all right. I mean,
Degenerate gamblers like, oh, it's not that bad. There's still slot
it's
machines.
bad.
please keep booking me. It's all it's all right. Yeah, everybody loves Tropicana. Please keep booking me.
Yeah, I'm at the Borgata January 27th through the 30th.
Everybody loves Atlantic City. You
Is
should go.
the Trump Taj
You should
Mahal
really
still
go.
there?
No,
It's gone, right?
no.
Taj Mahal's gone?
No.
Yeah,
No.
they had a couple issues with
Yeah,
it.
it's called the Letitia James Mahal now, I think. Is the
She owns it now.
She owns it.
Is that right?
Oh, okay. They're trying to take everything away from Trump up in New York.
She said it was too pale and too stale and needed to change. And
Correct.
Yeah, so.
So they're out of there now. But if you fought in AC, that would give us a reason to go back to AC. We're obviously you guys are in town for the UFC fights. We're going to meet up with Chuck Liddell tomorrow. That was the last time Dan and I were invited to AC, and we said no.
Yeah, Chuck was like, "Hey, you want to
that.
meet us in AC?" And fuck, I'm like, "I'm sorry, what? Are we? And is it 1998? What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah. This story gets so much better. I said, "What's it for? And what the fuck are you doing
That's
there?"
hilarious.
And he goes, "They asked me to referee the Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter fight."
Oh shit.
And I was like,
AC.
Wow. I go, wait, what? And he goes, yeah. So, I'm gonna do this thing, and I'm like, so you're the referee for the fight of Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. And at the time, Chuck's show was on our network, and so we put Aaron Carter and Lamar Odom as guests on the show. And that was everything you hoped it was,
Really?
too.
Yeah,
And then when we watched the fight, because Dan and I didn't go, it was one of the most miserable events of all time.
And it turns out that they were both in a second fight, and it was for their lives. And Aaron lost. I'm just
R.I.P.
reporting the fucking facts.
That
right?
Took a couple L's.
Sure did. But he had some wild stories. I remember that one because I booked it in LA and I kind of stayed on the Zoom to make sure it would go all right. Aaron Carter had so many fucking wild stories. I was like, I just checked out. I just checked out.
Do you think that they were real or no?
So here's the thing. I did not. Therefore, I just checked out and I was like, I turned off the Zoom.
Oh, you
and
thought
I'm
he
like,
was
I'm good.
bullshitting?
I did. And so I
He
live
did
with
make
that.
up that story about beating Shaq at basketball.
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
I think there is video footage of him doing it, actually.
Yeah.
What was it,
Bob, look it up.
A free throw contest?
No, it was in a game of like 21. But the problem is Shaq's not that mobile.
Yeah, we have the footage.
Yeah, you have it, right?
We have the footage.
Okay.
That's some
Aaron
underground
Carter
footage.
beating
Yeah, play
Shaq?
it in basketball. That's real too, I believe.
Wrote a song about it.
What is like? Does David Duke jerk her after this every night? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, we'll find
Brent Barry
out.
won the fucking slam dunk competition. Although I think Barry is Jewish, so
Does that
David
not
Duke-
count as a honky?
I don't know. I think David Duke may have suspended his disbelief for a
Would you
moment.
rather go back to Fallujah or Atlantic City?
I've never been to Fallujah,
Okay.
so probably Fallujah.
Yeah. I've been to AC.
Is this a video of his where he's playing, or do you have
Yeah,
the video
no.
of him versus Shaq?
This is him versus Shaq. He's kind of recounting it to his friends.
That's
It's a whole-
right.
That's not the
He's
Aaron Carter.
regaling them of the tale.
Look at that. Look at that crossover
Yeah.
from Aaron Carter.
Which, by the way, I don't think it's very impressive for Carter's obviously a 1 or a 2. I don't think in one-on-one it's that impressive for a 1 or a 2 to beat Shaq. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me neither, because of speed, right?
It's the speed, and all you got to do is get a steal or two, get up on possessions, you're good to go. And if they're playing for keeps,
Yeah, loser gets fucked by my brother.
Especially full court, because it's like pull-up threes. Shaq's not hitting those.
No. He can't even hit a free throw.
Yeah.
But I'd like
This
to
is
see him
ridiculous.
dunk on Aaron Carter.
I will not allow this Shaq.
Whoa.
Okay.
What's going on with the ref?
Look at that. He's
above the rim.
Oh,
he's
that's a
above the
fucking
rim.
foul, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
He
nonsense.
fouled. Aaron Carter fouled Shaq. on that one.
Shaq by $1 billion.
That's
This
right.
is nonsense.
Shaq, smart play there. But what happened was when I checked out was during a 9/11 story with Michael Jackson. No lie. And that's when I was like, I'm turning off the Zoom and I'm going.
He was like,
going
so
home.
Michael was flying the second plane. And we're like, nah, I don't think so.
He
I don't
said
because I remember him in court in 2008. That wasn't.
he said he had just did a show with Michael Jackson, and they were in the limo together on the way to the airport when the planes flew over and crashed into the towers. And I turned off the Zoom at that point.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not doing this. Cool. Never said a word about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was what, 3 years ago? When was that show? You guys were here. How long ago
2 or
was that
3,
show?
yeah.
3 years
2
ago.
and a half.
Right before he died.
It was literally right before he died, right?
Somebody was just
ago,
telling
too.
me that Michael Jackson apparently like had a hood voice
off screen.
off screen, and he would do the whole Michael thing as part of his character.
That's what I heard, too.
And then like as soon as like the interviewer would leave, he would turn to like his handlers and be like, "I thought that motherfucker would never leave."
Hey man,
I swear to God, I'm
Hey,
not making this up,
motherfucker.
dude. I swear
There's
to God.
no evidence of this, though?
I think that there is. There's like once or twice he broke character like in concert, but people thought that was him getting into character, and that I don't know what's real and what's not in this world anymore. But
well, here's the thing. 3 years later, I'm at a dinner party in the neighborhood with like kids and parents and shit like that. And jokingly, we had asked everybody what their favorite concert was. One guy said Michael Jackson's last concert. I was at Michael Jackson's last concert. I was like, oh shit. I was like, where was it? And he goes, man,
Epstein Island?
No. He goes, this is super weird, man. It was the night before 9/11 at Madison Square Garden. And I was like,
oh no.
I go, what? And I go, so, all right. If you were there and blah blah blah, and I
Somebody
go,
get Aaron Carter on the phone.
Hang on. Well, Aaron's dead at this point. So
Oh,
Aaron had already
already
died. He's already dead. And this was, I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. So I go, hey, you're the only person that I know who was there. Can you confirm this? And he goes, yes, I can confirm it. He goes, Aaron Carter came out on stage that night and did a full fucking thing. And I lost my mind. And I went back on air and I apologized to Aaron Carter. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Vindication.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you go to like church and light a candle for Aaron Carter?
Every Sunday I do. I don't attend
Actually,
the
I think it would
mass.
be more appropriate to light a crack pipe for him.
Yes,
To be honest.
that's for sure. Yeah, he talks about smoking crack a lot for somebody that uses lethal weapons as fidget spinners within very close proximity to your guests.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fucking jamming knives into the table. What's your fucking story over there today? You know?
I'm just not really entertained.
Okay. Good for
Ever
you.
since he took the helmet off. Right?
Yeah, and it's going to happen.
He's not
there.
entertained.
And he's going to jam the knife into the counter. But for
That's
you,
a joke from 2000.
yeah.
Go on.
But for you personally, we're going to UFC tomorrow night.
Hell yeah.
Do you even get hard for something like this, or do you watch it and be like, "Cool, man, that's just
Nah,
like a
I could-
plumber watching"?
Are you
another
able to
plumber do a
enjoy it
job?
as a fan, or
Definitely.
are you just like looking at the technical parts, trying to learn shit? I guess.
Nah, you can. I absolutely can enjoy a great fight. You know, and there's a few good ones on here. There's a few guys like in my division that I'm excited to watch. The main two are good fights too. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I could definitely, dude. When you're up close, like at a fight too, it's like it's even better. I think it's even better than on TV. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's primal. You're hearing those noises. You could feel like that energy and shit. Yeah.
And is there anybody you're looking at of like a possible like a challenger or
Like
something?
an opponent?
Yeah.
Nah. Anybody. Everybody. Anybody. It doesn't matter. You know what I
Has
mean?
somebody been
I gotta
pitched to you?
beat-
Jimmy Carter.
I'd fuck him up.
Yeah. Yeah. Secret Service might have something to say about that, but
I don't know.
That's where you
pop
come
up a
in,
pic
Dan.
of Jimmy Carter. Pop up a recent pic of Jimmy Carter here from 2 days ago, Bob.
oh boy.
No, I just want to
JC?
see if Mickey would knock him out.
I mean,
I might knock the dust off him.
could he would vaporize if you
man.
punch him in the
I'm
face.
saying.
Look at this guy.
I think
He'd get
Jimmy lives.
decapitated.
You better
No,
hope he doesn't die within the next 2 days.
I know Jimmy lives, dude, or he's gonna
God
show up at your
damn.
fucking door.
He's single now, huh?
He sure
oh
is.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
we
he's
put,
back
we,
on the market.
we actually made a Tinder for him.
Did you?
Yeah, we made a Tinder profile
Any
for him.
hits or?
Not yet, but he's got that peanut farm, so we're
He
hoping.
does. He does get that
Yeah.
peanut money.
He sure does. But what's the dollar amount to kill Jimmy Carter? If somebody
What?
said, "Hey, Jimmy wants to die,"
Like how much he's gonna pay?
Well, he's a former
Right.
president of the United States, so that makes it a federal capital crime.
Not that. It's Jimmy wants you to do it. So Jimmy
Oh,
calls
yeah.
and he
He's
says,
paying
"Hey,
us.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of Mickey. I saw him beat up CM Punk, and now I would like to be knocked out eternally by Mickey."
I think
What's the dollar
I think
amount?
you do that pro bono because he was the fucking president.
That's what I was gonna say. As a fucking
Yeah.
patriot,
Yeah,
on the arm.
yeah.
I do it on the arm.
How much is a flight to Canada? They'll do it on the arm.
Oh yeah, they sure will.
Right.
Hey, why don't you sit over here, bud?
They got those tubes now in Sweden,
Oh
which
yeah,
are dope.
yeah.
Have you seen the tubes?
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
kill
hey,
tubes.
the marketing for it's great too. It's like, hey, did you have a bad day? Have you considered suicide? It's like the rest of the world's trying to keep people from killing themselves, and Canada and Sweden are like, hey, you know what? Kill yourself, dude.
My grandma was more mobile. I think she'd be up there.
You think
She
so?
wants out.
She wants out.
Yeah. Has she ever said it?
Oh yeah.
Is she like?
Some
Is
days,
she
I
super
just wish
salty
I could
about
do
it? She's super salty about
that.
life.
She has her
now?
moments. She has her moments. Yeah.
That's pretty funny, to be honest. It's
pretty-
like it's dark.
It's dark, but
it's
it's like
pretty funny.
yeah.
My grandma
Some real
said the same shit. Yeah, she was just like, dude, I'm done.
And then she
would say,
tried
"I'm
to
done."
tried to jump a Harley Davidson, like over 80 buses or some shit like that.
No.
like didn't make it, but
Weird story though. So she wanted to check out like I don't know 5-6 years ago. She was like, I'm done, I'm good, and I've lived a good life, and I was just like, holy shit, and didn't really care if we came back to see her or anything else. And ironically, the nursing home she was in, this is a dark story. They made her get the COVID shot, and so the second one was the one that killed her.
Oh man.
Yeah, so she got her wish at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: at the funeral, when we all got together, we had like a celebration of life and all that stuff. What else can you say for somebody who actually wanted to die? Then all right, great. You know?
Yeah.
See, I was
She's at peace now.
yeah, I was
She's
in
out of
pretty
pain.
dark places in my life at one point. I was pretty deep into some suicidal stuff, and then juxtaposing that 10 years later, when like I was so anti what was happening with COVID and everything, that when I got COVID, I was like, fucking, I'm just no way I'm dying. Out of sheer will, I won't let this thing kill me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna out-survive everybody that got every booster forever just out of sheer spite. I'm operating on nothing but pettiness and carbohydrates at this point.
So you've still got pure blood.
Pure blood, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can chop me up and snort me. Yeah.
I'm ready to.
You can make me play safety for the Bills, and that thing will never collapse. We're good. Cholesterol will get me. The Chinese flu won't, that's for sure.
Yeah, that queso might get you from Valentino's
my
back
God, it's
there.
getting
I
me
already
right
got
now.
him.
We went through about 2 gallons. You were on that toilet, man, that I didn't know if you were coming back from
I gotta
that.
tell you, man. That was pretty much the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
In the toilet?
That was the single. That
You
was
have not.
you've not had a hard
Twins?
life. Yeah.
That right there
Twins?
was. Yeah, I think I needed an epidural if I ever have to do that again. That was
Yeah.
unreal.
Well, it's the cheese that gets you, right?
man,
Like if you add all that fucking meat and fat, and then you add a fucking cheese to it, now we got
To slow down
problems.
that.
You know, they say
digestion
like
right
sometimes
there.
like the babies are like when they're coming out like the umbilical cord, so then they got to push the baby back in and turn it the other way. Like that's how I felt. I felt like
Braxton
I felt like I
Hicks.
was like it was sideways, and I had to
okay.
like somehow
Shape shift.
You gotta shake-
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
go like
shake around a
you
little
know,
bit.
you're leaning this way, you're leaning that. Yeah, it's not great.
like Baby
need
Driver.
You need a squatty potty.
What? Yeah, what is that all about?
So they used to be a sponsor of ours on the show.
It makes
and
your
brings your
intestines
legs up.
straight
Yeah.
instead
really?
of curved. Yeah.
It brings your legs up. And the first time I had it was at a friend's house that I didn't know, and he lived with a lady, and I was like, oh, you leave it out because it's like a step stool for the toilet.
Yeah, it tucks in there.
Right.
Now I've got a leather ottoman in my bathroom.
Is
he
that
does.
to
Yeah.
kick my no.
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
fancy.
And he's got a hole cut in the bottom of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a hole just goes into the
No,
ground.
I've got like a $500 bidet in my. I have one turlet in my house that's specifically for turds. You understand?
Turd lip.
Turd.
Yeah.
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 That's a good investment.
You're goddamn right it is. My
Like,
butthole
you
is
cut down on
pristine.
your wiping time like tremendous.
Oh,
The
100%.
bidet?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Bidet, yeah. And
dude.
I'm not. My butthole doesn't look like that one we were looking at earlier either.
Yeah,
It's like a
You don't
power
gotta-
washer.
Yeah, you don't got exactly.
Yeah.
little quick spray.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
He's got a good one where that's really going to shoot up there and get into your insides. So it's
yeah.
yeah.
Kind of like an enema.
yeah.
Like that's one of the things I'm really excited about AI. You know, like let it be
AI
like
turlets?
yeah, but also like you know how you seen like drone footage and like you know and they're pristine. You know, like let's get like that drone accuracy. You know,
Where
let's get
it
Bro,
kind
they
of
got
spreads
it.
the cheeks.
They got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Think
let's
the,
do that.
The Japan versions.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's-
yeah.
They got,
Really?
they have Japanese people working in places, working the camera, and they spray it for you. They're looking right at your butthole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get that shit very accurate.
I'll tell you what, this was the first time. The first time since me and my ex broke up, about 4 years ago, that my legs fell asleep on the toilet.
Really?
Yeah, that's how long. I
Wait,
was
what
in there
is
for.
what is your ex have to do with this?
Yeah.
Oh, I hated her so much. The only place I could avoid her was in the shitter. So I'd just stay in there until the phone died. And
Yeah.
I'd come out and both my legs would be like asleep.
Did you guys live together at the time?
We did, yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
How do you get out of that situation until
During
they move out?
COVID too.
Fake your own death.
COVID was.
Yeah, so now you're on
COVID
top
was,
of
oh,
each
that was
other.
it. That
He
was it.
changed his name.
Yeah.
Faked his own death, changed his name.
COVID broke up a lot of people.
Dude, it's you can't avoid them.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable.
Hugh Jackman, that was the cause of the divorce that he's going through right now.
Yeah.
He just said COVID was too tough,
Yeah.
obviously because he's married to a woman and he couldn't fuck dudes that
That's the
entire
problem.
time. And in Australia, too, you were really locked down.
Speaking of, did you hear about Neymar? That whole situation?
What happened there? I
heard
Mick
a
was
little
telling
bit
me
about
about
that.
Neymar, man.
Yeah.
So Neymar, I guess, is getting a divorce because he broke the rules of his extramarital sex contract.
Yeah, he's allowed to fuck, but there's just a couple of rules he's got to follow.
Yeah.
Like no mouth kissing,
No mouth kissing.
has to wear protection,
Has to wear
and it
protection.
can't be found out publicly.
Wow.
None of that's fun.
I'm
What's
sure
the
he's just
point?
like
Protection?
sure,
Yeah,
it
of a
does,
condom?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
It's almost like not cheating at all.
Yeah.
It's like I had sex with the condom.
It's like
the
shaking
condom
hand-
had sex with
It's like
the woman.
shaking hands with a fucking glove on. It's disrespectful, frankly.
Yeah, sure is.
Take your goddamn glove off and shake my hand like a man, you piece of shit.
And that's why they got divorced. Son
That's
of a
why.
bitch,
Yeah, it was a test the whole time. You wear condoms, you fag.
Yeah.
I could never be married to a man like that.
But how does the court take that, I wonder? You know? And then
It's a
what does
contract.
he say to the court? Oh,
It's
it
a
is?
contract.
So it was a signed contract,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for real.
It was probably a prenuptial agreement, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Is like the whole way that they broke the contract was that it became public, but it became public by this girl narking him out with like him DMing her. So he's like, I never made it public. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So now they're in litigation over this.
I like that, though. That's a nice thing. You know, at least there was boundaries and somebody crossed them. But I'm with him. If it was through DMs, it wasn't public. The side piece made it public. And I don't like that at all.
No.
Well, he's
So-
also Neymar, so he can find another wife.
Yeah,
sure.
probably.
Come on, man.
I'm sure he can.
He'll be fine.
But he can't find half of his assets anymore.
Well, I don't know how that works in another
he-
country.
He's
Is
signed,
it 50-50 over there?
Yeah, he's in Saudi Arabia now, isn't he? Did
Oh,
he-
so they just kill her.
Hopefully.
Gravity killed
Yeah.
her.
Gravity did.
They
Just
pushed
like the
her off.
condom.
She had a choice to fly and didn't elect to do
So
it.
kinda on
Technically,
her.
she killed herself when she filed for divorce.
You push her off, and then she either evolves or she doesn't. That's up to God.
By the way, breaking news here. George Santos just got voted out. Bob, what were the numbers on this? Holy shit. He just got voted out of Congress. Does that happen?
It's never
He's the
happened.
sixth lawmaker ever to be
Ever.
expelled from the House.
Never happened
No
to somebody
shit.
who hasn't been convicted of
Yeah.
said crime before.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I saw Fetterman was on here earlier, who we love. Hey, you guys.
The total count was 311 yes, 114 no.
So that's a lot of Republicans then that voted too.
Like 120 something.
105 Republicans voted to oust him. 112 Republicans voted to keep him.
Got it. See, even they were sick of that shit. So that's hilarious. But Fetterman got on maybe right before the show started, and he was talking to The View of
He's
all
well
people.
spoken.
He's great. He's a genius. He's the pride of Pennsylvania. A lot of people from Pennsylvania say that's what defines us as a
Joke's
state.
on you. I can't understand you. I had a stroke.
Yeah. It's like, well,
That's my senator.
joke's on you. Is that yours?
That's
You're from
my
Pennsylvania
senator.
too?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I'm saying the people of Pennsylvania looking at that and going, that's my guy.
Yeah.
My guy.
That's my guy.
Well, he
You
went
see him
on.
at the Wawa every day, a guy like that. You know what I mean?
But I will say this: he went on air today.
Yeah, but he's
every
sweeping
man.
the floor at the
He
Wawa.
sure is.
You know what I mean? It's like this dude's on work release. What the fuck's going on here?
But he went on air and said, "Look, the Santos thing I heard is just coming through. Whatever. He's not the only guy we should get out of there." And then he called out the guy from New Jersey.
Yeah,
so
Menendez.
he said Bob Menendez. He goes, that guy
He's the
works.
most corrupt dude in all of Congress right now.
So I don't
Crazy.
know this story, which is why I wanted to ask
But
you.
he's not corrupt, like recently corrupt. He's been corrupt the entire time he's been in office.
Since the 80s.
So
The
Fetterman
American
said he
taking
works
bri-
for Egypt.
Like they have the receipts of him literally taking bribes.
using those bribes.
And using the bribes to fucking buy underage prostitutes,
Correct.
basically.
no way.
And this is like,
His own,
What are you gonna do?
like his own Secret Service detail had to testify because he tried to railroad them, if I remember the story correctly, somebody audited him and was like, "What are you doing in Argentina and the Dominican like all the time? You're from Hackensack.
Yeah.
What's going on here?" And he's like, "Oh no, that's not me. That's my security detail. They're the ones that went to the brothels." So the security detail was like, "Yeah, we did go to the brothels because we had to protect the guy who kept going inside the brothels."
Oh, that's great.
What the fuck?
What a great job, though. Because you get
He
jacked
got
off.
reelected, bro.
Well,
It's not even like this was just brought up and he's getting censured. This happened.
Marion
before.
Barry went to prison for cracking whores and still got reelected after he got out of prison.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I just don't get it, man. I go back and forth. I oscillate between. I can't understand anybody who's a proud Democrat, other than the fact that what's worse, like a Republican can't beat these people, and libertarians don't even know what they are. So like, it's just like varying degrees of suctitude.
Yeah.
You know, it's unreal.
It keeps getting worse, and nothing's going to come out of it.
Look, this guy Santos deserved to get kicked out. He lied about everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Including about being a woman.
Well, was he or wasn't he? I think that was the one thing he was truthful about.
No, he's not a woman. He's got a hog.
No, but he dresses up like one, right?
Right, that's lying.
So that's what he wants to be.
That should
down
buy
there.
you 4 more years nowadays.
One would think.
How'd that
but,
guy get out of
he's
the
there.
primary in Long Island? That's what I want to know.
It seems like a plant.
Yeah, I think so. They
plan.
didn't do it. So you do opposite research on anybody that runs anywhere. They do it on every single candidate that runs from top to bottom, even in important local elections.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way, not one prayer, that the DNC didn't know exactly who this motherfucker was.
Mm-hmm.
And they just like, oh, he's going to get elected? Good. Let him.
So they could like blackmail him.
Fuck
and
yeah.
control
Well,
him?
no, I mean, maybe that, but probably more so just to embarrass the Republicans, which has worked pretty well.
Yeah.
They did lose a very solid blue seat to Santos, though, which was weird. Like, it had been blue for a while.
In Long Island?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very odd.
Tom
Because
Sworby.
usually
Yeah.
everybody goes to Long Island because they are conservative, and they're
But
like,
that,
"I want the fuck
that
out of New
section
York
is just
City."
outside Queens. His section is just outside Queens.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
Which, again, the Republicans that voted against it, I know Byron Daniels was it Brian or Byron? He was very upset that they would go along with this, and they're
You talking
trying
about the
to.
Florida guy? Black dude?
Yeah, I think Carolina, right? Is he Florida? I thought he's Carolina. Whatever. Who?
Byron Daniels.
Byron Daniels. Yeah.
I thought he was from Florida.
And his whole thing was, look, let them get convicted first, then let's do this. But a lot of people wanted to grandstand on, like, you know, the fact that, hey, we're the party that stood up for what's right, blah 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 blah. But some people are saying it's because they know that that area is going to be very easily reelected red.
Okay.
I think they're overestimating.
Well, no, that
I really
seed
do.
was blue for a very long
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
And it's Kathy Hochul who gets to say when the election is and where the polling stations are.
Is it Hochul
So-
or Hochul?
Hochul.
I never know.
Or
I
whatever.
think
I never know.
Just cunt.
Yeah, Gavin Hochul.
Yeah, Gavin
Speaking
Hochul.
of that, did you wear that cunt hat last night?
I did.
Did you wear it out? to the bars?
yeah.
I did. I didn't wear it out to the bars. No, no. We were here until like 1:00 in the morning. Your boy Delco was a saint for us, man. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really confusing for people when the next 4 canceled weeklies have Drinking Bros everywhere. They're gonna be like, did they kill the Drinking Bros?
Ah, it's fine if you did. We don't care. Just use the sets.
Yeah, I didn't want to be alive in the first place.
No, Dan's waiting for his body to die.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Smollett, by the way, is headed back to jail. I knew this was going to hold up. And why did he appeal this? He was just throwing money out the fucking window just because you don't want to do 30 days in jail. How long did he get here? Is it longer than 30 days? Like, why do all of that shit financially?
Well, the best acting he ever did.
No, 150 days.
The best acting he ever did was after he got sentenced. Did you see him grandstand and go, "I am not suicidal"? I was like,
Yeah.
You maybe should be.
Yeah.
Thinks he's like the Tupac of today.
Right?
You know?
And he walks out
I
with
feel
the
like a
fist
guy
up.
like that would enjoy jail.
Same here. And hopefully
Why
he
is he
does.
this?
Yeah.
No, do you not
Hopefully
know
he
about
does.
jail? Remember Kevin from The Office? You would love jail.
Well, you know what the worst part about jail is, Dan? The Dementors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's the Dementors?
That's Prison Mike
Prison Mike? I don't know Prison
from
Mike.
The Office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God damn. You guys know about. I watch an episode and then I never go back after.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
Do
The
you
Office.
rewatch it all the time?
You know what they
I
eat?
watched-
You
I
know what
watched
they
them all.
eat in jail?
Gruel. There you go. Nope. Nope.
You know, you definitely knew what this was before you grew the mustache. Now you're like, why is the TV on so late?
Yeah, I don't do it. I
No.
don't do reruns at all. Once I watch it, that's it, and I'm all done.
Really?
Yeah, Bob and I talked about this the other day. I feel like I'm wasting my time if
Movies
reruns
the same
are
way?
on.
Movies?
Pretty much.
You won't watch a movie a second or a third time?
I'll try to find something new.
Really? Wow.
Just because I want something new and fresh. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just wasting
it's not like a
time.
warm blanket that you're like,
No.
oh man, I had a rough day. Let me put on, you know.
For example, I got into some weird shit over the weekend with my wife. Murder at the End of the World, which is on FX. It just started. It's Clive Owen, who's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And he plays kind of like an Elon Musk type figure. And then they take these people out to the middle of fucking Iceland and a bunch of murders start happening. It's dope as shit. Just started that. And then Fargo, which I never got into on FX because I like the movie so much, and I was like, I'm not doing this. Apparently, each season is different with different characters and all that other shit. And then John Hamm popped up on the commercial, and I was like, well, fuck. Maybe I'll give John Hamm a shot.
Sandra Day O'Connor died.
Yeah, did she?
Wow.
How old?
93.
Damn, dude.
So it comes in threes, right?
Why are we
next?
losing all these people?
Who's next?
No, it comes in threes.
Yeah, no, I know. But why are we losing all of our best so
Vaccine
young?
injury?
Yeah. Why are we losing them so young?
It doesn't shock me when 90 to 100-year-olds die.
It does for me.
I don't go searching. Oh, what happened? Well,
That
she's
one-
old as fuck is what happened.
that
dude.
one hurts for me.
How old is old? Like when they
Fentanyl?
die, that you're like, wow. You like it, when I was a kid, if somebody died in their like 60s, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Now if somebody dies in their 60s, I was like, oh, he's so young.
Yeah. Well, as you get older, that's what happens, right? The window shrinks.
I guess so.
How old are you right now?
37.
Yeah. So I mean, you're halfway there, and now you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to die at 60.
Yeah. I just also.
Nah,
It's true. It's very true. Yeah.
he's overweight and he gets too upset. Have you ever driven with this guy?
No.
His heart's gonna explode.
We'll put the two of them in a car together.
So he was talking about how he doesn't really like liberals. Most liberal guy with his horn ever, bro. On the horn. We're gonna get shot out here. We're gonna get shot.
Just get a gun. Bring a
you
gun
can't
with you.
travel with
Can
it.
I
You
have
can.
one,
I go
please?
everywhere with a gun. When's the last time you saw me without a fucking gun?
What is the
Dan,
point
may
of
I
traveling?
have one? We're going to need it.
Yeah.
If we're here.
I got a loaner. There's a shotgun in that guitar case right
Sure
there.
is.
Got a loader.
perfect.
What is the point of traveling with a human weapon if you can't kick some people in the
Yeah,
ass?
he
That's
can't,
what I'm saying.
He's not punching bullets out of the air, fuckface.
Have you ever tried?
I've seen people try to do it to me, and I killed them.
But did those people have a black belt in jujitsu?
True.
Come on.
We did fucking raid some dude's house one time, and upstairs in his house, he had like a full-on dojo with Bruce Lee shit all over the place. And one of my privates was like, "Let me fight this guy. I want to see if he's any good." I'm like, "No, we can't fight the locals, man." He's like, "I just want to roll with him, man." I'm like, "No, we're not doing that."
That would be fucking.
It would have been
dope,
pretty
though.
fun to video that, to be
Yeah.
honest. We were worried about war crimes. Obviously.
Well,
yeah.
you shouldn't have been. In hindsight, right?
Well, what happens when my fucking killer 82nd Airborne infantry private who doesn't know any better snaps this motherfucker's femur?
You
know what I
walk
mean?
out.
It's like, all right, here's $200. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
So,
Here's 200 American, and you walk out and say, "We'll see you."
that's kind of what we did when we fucking smoked somebody.
I think you just at that point you call in an airstrike and try it again.
exactly.
Not on
wipe
the
it
whole
out.
neighborhood. I'm not. I'm not the Israeli government.
Yet, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll get there.
Yeah, when the
gotta work your way up.
when the feds eventually kick in our door and and they got the guns pointed at us, I'm gonna try the Neo thing and see if it works and just go, no.
It'll definitely go right through your hands.
You think so?
And then heart and everything else. Yeah. Give it a go. I want to
key-
say that you said it here on the show first, and then show the article.
You can't bend the spoon. Just try instead to understand that there is no spoon.
Sure.
Okay, well, you do have vital organs, and I will shoot them. Well, theoretically.
Theoretically, Mickey, has anybody ever come up to you in public and like hit on your girlfriend or shit like that, and they don't know who you are?
Yeah, because I just kind of look like just like a white boy.
You do.
You know?
And no one would really know, to be honest with you, if they came
I've
up and they were like, "Hey, somebody gets a little handsy with your girlfriend."
Yeah, I
Have you
never
ever had
look, I never look for it. I always, you know what I mean? I'm a nice guy, and plus, like I always am working out, training the gym, going against real fighters. So I never look for it. But I've gotten in a few scraps. I weren't really scraps. I mostly just like beat people up.
Yeah, you do.
When they've gone too, like, cause I'm, especially if you're like drinking stuff, I'm like the nicest guy. But then if it goes, I'm an extremist. If they start being like a dickhead, then I go fucking dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dark has it been?
Gets dark.
Yeah,
Gets
that
dark.
does.
Like, do you take your pants off like Randy from Trailer Park Boys?
No, but I think if you're like about to get jumped and attacked, if you start like stripping, they won't attack.
Oh yeah,
you.
dude. Yeah,
It's a good defense.
It's called psychic disincentive. It's if you read like old CIA assassination manuals, you'll find that in there. Like, if you and an inferior force are about to fight a superior force, it's a good idea to go real hard on that first guy you interact with, like cut his goddamn head off, just so everybody's like, all right, we maybe shouldn't fuck with these guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to be next.
Yeah.
You got to be next. I don't want to be
Yeah,
next.
they're doing these videos where this guy would go around like in the hood, like just this like little kid. He'd like be like, "Hey, want to go? You want these hands?" And then they'd be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, we do. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." And then he'd just start taking his clothes off, and they would dip. They'd run away. They're like, "I'm not getting caught in that gay shit."
You ever fought nude before?
No,
fights
I
nude
fight
for
damn
money.
near nude. But, just
Now,
basically my underwear.
there's a dude, an Australian dude. I think he's Australian on started on Instagram, but he's mostly on TikTok now. Jackson something or other. I can't remember what his name is, but that was one of the pranks they did. They were part of this comedy troupe, but one of the public pranks they did is they would wear a Speedo and then like a tearaway fucking tracksuit or whatever. And he would like fucking just walk up next to some guy or walk past some random dude on the street and be like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Just trying to get the guy to react. And the guy's like, "What? You want some of this motherfucker?" And he would just rip all of his clothes off. And the guy would be like, "What the fuck?" and start running away and he would chase him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
that's funny. That's a good prank, I
good.
think.
I
Because
agree.
it redirects the weirdness back onto you because you're the one wearing weird shit. We talked to Steve-O about this about a month ago. Like a good pranks, the people that are doing pranks online now are just like victimizing people. They're just like punching people in the face.
Yeah,
that's
let's go.
that's not a fucking prank, dude.
Mick and I disagree on this. I think these pranks that are on now should be like punishable by death. I think, first of all, fake pranks should be punishable by death.
Yes, I agree. That's what Steve-O said as well.
Yeah, but the other stuff is right. And there's that one kid going around with his fucking security guard or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Starting shit with people in the mall and the security guard's getting in this guy's face. Like, it's just some, civilian that's just trying to, like, go buy shoes.
That security guard's going to catch a fucking fleshy part of the thigh round. If he doesn't.
I really, 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 when I watch those, I get so incensed that I'm like, I start looking at Priceline and I'm like, all right, how much is a flight to LA? And I'm just going to hang out at this mall all day. And like, how
try
come
and catch one of
how
these
come
guys?
these pranks never happen when we're around?
Yeah.
Like, I just desperately want this shit to happen. And it's just going to be like, all right, okay. Give me all the money you have right now.
Yeah.
Give me everything. And I will let you leave with your life. Trade it right now. It's just a prank, bro. Yeah, so's this. Give me, and the way that this prank ends is with your shit becoming my shit. Or else.
My favorite one was the
You're
couple.
gonna be on camera, dude.
Yeah, especially. I want it on camera.
You want it on camera?
100%.
My favorite one was the one
In a mutual combat state.
There was a couple who the guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hold up 3 phone books and I want you to shoot me," and she fucking killed him. Like the bullet obviously went through the phone books.
Well, there's that guy that got shot. He tried to prank somebody in the mall, to Dan's point.
Oh, I saw that.
And the guy was like, bro, you need to stop right now. And he goes, you need to stop right now. And he goes, bang! And you just hear, ah! It's like,
Oh, he shot the guy in the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
mall.
you can find that
fucked
really
around,
easily, yeah.
and found out.
He was like some YouTuber. He got
No
shot.
Yeah, man.
shit, dude.
Shot in the tum-tum.
I want this to become a thing, though. I want there to be like a counter prank task force.
Yeah.
Maybe the 4 of us can do this. Let's have a weekend out.
Yeah.
Let's go out in LA. We know where these people are. We just hang out in the hills, and we see the, we'll see the one cameraman out there with his $25 an hour.
They're not gonna fuck with you.
But then we have to fuck with them.
You have to have like
to-
a mark. Like they
Yeah.
might fuck with me.
Well, I will say this. I've been out with Mick a lot, and he is the single most patient person with these conflicts. I'm not.
Every UFC fighter though is
So
everybody
patient.
we've are friends with who's
Yeah.
in the UFC. Same thing. They're always so fucking patient. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, one would think you would want to apply what you do for a living to a normal person.
I'm not really like worried. You know what I mean? Like I hope they. Escalate
There's
it
only
to a
one
certain
time.
point.
We were in New York, and there was a bouncer who was like trying to walk around the bar. It was a small little bar. We had just recorded a bunch of episodes, and we wanted to take the producers out. It was like a dive, and this dude was just on one. He thought he was a big dude. He thought, and he started saying like, so he like was getting in our shit about something. We're like, bro, is everything all right? And he's like, don't be talking back. I'm about that life. And that was it. And then Mick did everything he possibly could do to antagonize this guy into a fight. And I think the fact that he was trying to then antagonize the fight, the guy realized, I don't know. I might have fucked with the wrong guy.
I got actually. You were asking before. One time I was in Hoboken. I was in the back like of the bar, and like a fight broke out, and I was like watching it, and all of a sudden a bouncer put me in a rear naked choke. Right? Like I'm just
Shut
standing there
the
watching.
fuck up.
He comes behind me, and like I know what to do. So I pull his hand away and I like push him up against the wall, and I turn. I was like, oh, it's a bouncer. So I start going like, and then all the bouncers are coming. So I'm like, I'm good. I'm not gonna start a fight in the back of the bar. They're gonna overtake me.
Yeah.
So I get out. I'm like, they're like kind of pushing me. I'm like, all right. Right as I get out the door, I like turn around. I start dragging them out into the street.
Get over here.
Yeah. Now I got the street. I can maneuver a little bit.
What do you call that? An ocular pat down? And what's the
I
strategy?
just needed to get to the. It's Sun Tzu, man. I needed the proper lay of the land.
When you get in the corner and there's nobody behind you, what do you call that? That's the.
That's prospect refuge theory. You know what I mean? But if you're in the back of the bar, there's gonna be a bunch of bouncers.
We call it a point of domination.
A point of domination. Yeah. I go into a bar and I'm like, I'll have a Yingling, and where's the cute chicks? And then these guys are like, all right, I gotta find a corner. I gotta angle out. What's the prospect rescue for this?
Bob, I
area?
sent you a link to Drinkin Bros Gmail account for this. It's Jackson O'Doherty. If you never heard of him, he's really funny.
Which one is this? What video is this?
You'll see. It's him starting fights with people on the street, but it's ridiculous.
Buck naked?
You were talking about Steve-O. I saw that episode. That was awesome. But I agree with him, and it's not. There's no self-deprecation. It's not like some sort of funny thing. It's bullying. It's like everything is Bam Margera beating up his dad now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Except with strangers, and that was.
I don't
always,
like the bullying, but I do like some of the pranks.
You can pop this up on screen.
I'm not as anti-prank as you are.
I love pranks. I just like you shouldn't injure people if you can help it. I mean, goddamn.
Who's injuring people?
Like these kids that are walking around just like punching people in the back of the head.
Yeah, that like the knockout game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck those
Yeah.
guys, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So watch this. This is really
guys do
funny.
that.
Don't be talking shit.
Hey, Jackson, he's talking shit,
Who's
bro.
talking shit?
He's talking shit.
You talking shit? Talking shit?
Yo, Kristen, he's talking shit. Yeah.
So what they do is like when they're out in public, if you say a key phrase, you have to do the prank. Right. So it's. Do you remember the silly Santa?
That was close. That guy almost got him with
the
a fucking
thing is, you don't
skateboard.
want to touch them.
Yeah.
Once they're in that type of clothes,
He's talking shit.
Yo, you talking shit?
Oh, shit.
What's up?
That was like cartwheels.
So they did. I don't know if you remember, but you remember the silly
He's
salmon
talking
thing,
shit.
where they would say silly
Yeah, right
salmon,
there,
and you just
I
have to go jump into whatever
Yeah, that's the
water
guy, that's the
source
guy.
that
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah,
nearby.
yeah.
That's the same group, comedy
Okay.
group here.
That guy's so bad.
that guy was all right with it.
Yeah, I think they may have had to actually go fight that guy.
The issue is, though, with these guys is they look like they can actually fight. So, like, that's the problem. The buck naked guys do.
Yeah, I mean they're all fit dudes.
Don't let him
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
shit, bro. Don't let him talk shit at you, bro. Get him, bro. That's it, bro. Get him.
That's just pious now.
Hey, Hamby, bro, he's talking shit.
This guy.
He's talking shit about you, bro.
Talking shit, bro. You talking shit? Yo, sir.
Because nobody wants to fight a naked man.
No.
That's
in
basically
LA, by the way.
that's basically a homeless person at that point. You're like, fuck, I gotta get out
Yeah,
of here.
nah, you don't want that germs on you.
You talking shit?
That guy's high as shit.
Fucking high as shit. Yeah.
Those are good pranks.
But if
I
they
like
got
that.
killed over it, somebody drew a gun on him and blew him away, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't care.
I'm right there with you.
I don't
bro.
know.
I wouldn't give a shit. I'm with you. I wouldn't care. Great. If you take off your clothes and want to fight and then you get shot,
Yeah.
sorry, man. That's kind of what happens.
I feel
Yo,
like
Delco, can you pull that up?
feel
The
like the
video of that guy
the Japanese
getting
are
shot, YouTuber getting shot.
Oh, you got it? Is there a video of it?
It's yeah, I've seen it.
That's my dream. That's what I want. Is like the guy to get shot. That's it. Where
It's
you're
like a food delivery guy. He's like the guy starts like fucking with him, and he has a piece on him.
oh
Pop.
man, now that I'm all in for.
He's like trying to walk away and shit, but
Yeah.
Guy
Especially if
keeps
you're just
going with
having
it.
a normal day and somebody's trying to get you into a YouTube prank on their
Yeah,
channel.
you're trying to
like,
Uber Eats.
Fuck.
You know what
The-
I mean? Make some money.
the South American and the Asian
I'll get it.
prank TV shows are some of the funniest ones you'll ever see. Like they got one where this dude is a waiter. He has like a 12-inch hog with some like tight white pants. So he's like just being a normal waiter with this giant dildo, and they're just getting these women the whole time reacting to this shit. It's hilarious. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it's,
Well, over there though, I don't think you can have guns out, so you can do that shit
Yeah.
and not have to worry about it. Here in America is where shit pops off. So it's like, all right, cool.
I like the one where they put the people in the elevator and then like the electric
Yeah,
goes
this is the
out.
one.
Oh, this is it right here?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to show this or no? Yeah, restart this.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
No.
Hey, quit thinking about my twinkle.
Get on my Facebook call. Stop.
Yeah, we can show it because he isn't done.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
He stopped.
Oh, shit.
Very
dude.
casual.
Yeah. Yeah.
He let it round loose real casual.
Wow.
I said stop.
Best prank ever.
Yeah, I agree. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jackass, and this prank's called Fuck Around and Find Out.
Yeah, and then they're dead. I like that, but what happens to that guy?
He lived.
Huh?
No, okay, so he lived. Does the other guy get charged?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Attempted murder.
Why?
What do you mean, why? You can't use a gun against a cell phone, bro.
But if somebody's fucking with you like that, you don't
tell
know
it
what
to
they're
a
doing.
cop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tell it to a Georgia cop.
Being
Exactly.
annoyed doesn't rise to the level of death.
It should. There should be a new fucking law,
The
He
dude.
truth
did tell the guy.
Oh, he did? He got off?
Yeah,
Good.
he said
good.
no. He
Good.
said back off. He wasn't the aggressor. The guy kept coming after him.
Good, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck him. What's that? Is there a mugshot there? Yeah. That's the dude?
He's a DoorDash delivery driver.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. So he had to have a gun on him anyway.
Is that Tim Pool without the hat on?
Yeah,
much
pretty
hair.
much.
Nice.
Look at that. My God, dude. That guy's a hero. So he got out? Yeah. Good. Good. All that stupid shit. If you bother me throughout my day like that, I've wanted to kill people for less.
Oh yeah.
Cyclists, all that shit. I talk about that all the time where it's just like, dude.
People who drive under the speed limit in the left lane.
There was 2 people on the way here that I was like, man, if I just flick the wrist, I don't give it. Like, would anybody miss them? Probably not. So who gives a shit? This guy, whoever got shot in the video, I've never thought about that person. I don't know who it is. Therefore, I don't really care. You fuck with somebody in the day and you could get shot like that. Well, that's what happens. And that's him from the hospital right there. Holy shit, he looks like Mickey. Well, the other one did, not this one.
What? He looks like
The guy in
what?
the hospital, dude. The guy in the hospital.
Same guy. Same guy.
Yeah, but look at that.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
lot better
Like
there.
Yeah.
Probably lost some weight in the hospital, but yeah.
He's got a little tink stash going on there, doesn't he?
Look at that. Yeah, if the guy came up to you and starts fucking with you like that, he looks like he's in a fucking Mexican gangbanger. Fucking blow him away.
He does not look like a Mexican gangbanger.
Pop that other image back up.
He looks like a dumb child with a Fred Durst hat on.
That's fucking. Have you been to LA? Like that's East LA right there. Sorry, man. You gonna blast this fool or what, Holmes? This is fucking training day.
It looks like he's already had
right?
a tracheotomy there. Is this a post picture from when they gave him
Yeah.
the feeding tube?
Yeah, it probably is.
Mexican Americans like to do pranks and get shot in the belly.
I
They go to
would,
night school and get a B.
yeah.
Spanish as well. I don't know if you know that.
I would like to see the prank video of them putting in the tracheotomy. Now that would be fun. Where it's just like, oops, wrong hole, you can't breathe.
We should do that. We should intubate Steve-O. I'm Steve-O, and this is intubation.
This is the tracheotomy.
Is Steve-O about 60 now? It's like, I'm Steve-O, and I'm going to go a whole day without taking a Celebrex. Like, what's his, like,
I think he, what did he say?
self-immolation
Did
he
he say
does now.
59?
Comedy?
No. He's
49.
49, yeah.
49,
or 50.
okay.
He
Really?
may turn 50, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a rodeo clown. He was like a legit badass in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a stunt man, wild man.
Yeah.
Stunt man. Yeah. It's one of those dudes who could just take a pounding over and over again, and you know, it's amazing he's alive.
And
Those
we're
guys
back
are national
to
treasures.
Hugh Jackman.
I agree.
Yeah.
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 What about Hugh Jackman?
I said
He can take a pounding as well.
Yeah, sure can, dude. Sure. Once that divorce goes through, you know, then it'll be legal.
I feel like having the wife at home that he had to fucking show up and see every now and again was a bit of a guardrail. You're going to see him go way off the edge.
I agree.
Really?
That's what happens to all of them.
That butthole is in danger.
It's going to be murder in there.
Yeah. You can smell that room.
That Will Smith video, dude. We did that on the show. Did you see that coming? I didn't know. Look, I've heard a lot of wild stories about that couple.
Yeah.
That's not one of them.
No.
About him being gay?
Yeah.
We've talked
I've
about
heard
that.
that.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
And just getting pounded like that by another dude?
I mean, I didn't hear the
my
specifics.
my cousin
That
is
you're
in
right,
the
that was new.
community, and
Oh, your cousin's not as gay as my gay cousin, bro.
my cousin would fuck your cousin.
Bro,
so
you don't
hard.
know your cousin. You don't know my cousin, bro.
My cousin would blow your asshole's cousin out.
My cousin
so
would suck
fucking
your
hard.
fucking cousin's dick so fucking hard.
My cousin would top the shit out of you. My cousin
Bro,
would
my
fucking
cousin will
smash your
fucking
cousin
bottom
into the
like
ground.
a champ.
My cousin's asshole would clench your cousin. No,
Do you talk to him like that? Do you say, "Hey man, did you blow somebody out tonight?"
No, but I don't talk much about it. The last time we kind of talked about it, we were out lunch with him, my sisters, and he was on Grindr and was like, "I gotta go." And we're like, "All right." He was like, "Yeah, there's like a threesome in Bushwick. I gotta get there."
That's
and I was
kinda
like,
rude.
"What the fuck?" They was just like, "Yeah, we need a power bottom in Bushwick by 3." And he's like, "All right, I gotta go."
But
I'm like, man, I am so
My
jealous.
game
It's like they're putting together a fucking fantasy roster.
Yeah.
I need to flex. I need to flex today, man. I'll
It's
trade you
really-
whatever.
Yeah, it's seriously. It's like, you know, the way that we send out a text, like, anybody want to play pickup basketball? Like, you know, I'm gonna be at the court.
Anybody down for a gangbang?
I'm gonna be at the courts at 6. Like,
But flip it. If you got a text message where it was like, "Hey Gerard, we need you for this threesome. We got 2 chicks and we don't have a dude," you'd be out of there too. You'd
100%. That just doesn't exist in a hetero world.
Not only would you leave your family, you might kill them on the way out.
I know.
Right?
Just to get there faster.
What the fuck did you say? Nick.
But gay dudes have it the best
really do.
because they can literally just walk up to another gay dude and be like, "Hey, you want to fuck? You want
I
me to
mean,
suck
now
your
that
dick real
AIDS
quick?"
is over,
I know.
like
If
what's
it was ever a thing.
well, I mean, it was a thing. It was
It
killing
was definitely
people,
it was definitely
The
real.
government turned it on, and then the government turns it off.
So they didn't fully turn it off. I think they want the pores to still die out, but you know, they have the option. I think, right? They could cure all this shit. They could probably cure cancer.
You would think so.
Yeah. At this point, how much money have we given? How much money has Michael J. Fox given to Parkinson's, and that shit's not over?
Well,
Yeah, but
They-
it's all change though.
What do you mean?
Like he gives it all in change because he likes to hear that sound rattling.
Oh, that jingle? Yeah, he sure does. What, Mick? It's the Christmas season, all right?
yeah,
It's
he
a time
carries
for giving.
He carries one of those water jugs, and it's just the sound of change. You can hear him coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's Michael J. Fox.
That's Michael J. Fox.
Does anybody want an autograph? It's not going to be legible.
Speaking of hearing them coming a mile away, it turns out looks like Israel knew that attack was going to happen, huh?
A year ago, I guess. Yeah, I saw that article today.
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
what?
Yeah, they said Israel knew like a year in advance, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know what I believe in all this other shit, so it's tough these days.
Don't believe governments.
Oh, I won't.
That's
Good rule
rule
of
one.
thumb.
And by the way, don't believe Gavin Newsom. Did you watch that debate last night?
No, of course not.
Jesus Christ.
Of course I didn't.
That was
watched-
something.
I
Wasn't it?
got home from
was something.
it was my kid's basketball, and I got home from that, and I flipped it on for a couple seconds because he was on Fox last night with Jesse Waters, and I flipped it on. It was horrific. Like DeSantis can't smile,
Yeah.
so he just kind of licks his lips and stands there. He's got to go to some form of acting school or something to get rid of that. However, everything he was saying was true, whereas Gavin Newsom just lies right to your face.
He needs to learn how to smirk, mouth closed, smile.
Yeah.
Because when he opens his mouth, it's like
Yeah. There's
like
a little
his
bit
tongue
of tongue
sticks out.
Yeah. It's creepy.
What are you doing, dude?
It's kind of like you
Knock
ever
that
see
shit
a
off.
giraffe eating? You know, tongue's just kind of all over, and it's just there's no direction for the tongue. That's what DeSantis looks like, and somebody's got to teach him how to stuff.
And
that thing back in.
where are we in modern culture and politics where the guy with all the best ideas and performance so far, he's got a couple of weird quirks. They're like, fuck that guy, get him out of here.
Yeah,
bring
that's
in
why
that
RFK is
fucking
never gonna
lizard
be-
person with the good hair.
That's why RFK is never gonna be president because he got that fucked up voice.
Well, he's not going to be president because he's an anti-gun environmentalist lunatic.
But besides for the voice, he's very presidential.
He looks it, so he looks the part.
Yeah,
Looks the part.
We showed him shirtless, Bob. Show him the shirtless
he's
pic too. You kind of want a president like that.
I do think you should have to pass a PT test to be president.
I do too.
Yeah, like 300 fucking.
You want a
Instead of,
jacked up president like
I
this.
would like that. Instead
a
of
good one,
instead
Bob,
of an
that one.
election, I've completely given up on the electorate. Maybe we can just do like an American Ninja Warrior type thing. Like
Why not?
You know, there's an.
I don't know how
it should be
agile.
Jeopardy. It should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
American
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
It should, you know what I mean?
What do you think, Mickey? Is he on the gas?
Whoever could put
Yes.
together
He's on
a
something.
desk
I mean,
from IKEA
Probably some
fastest.
testosterone or something.
Yeah, he's on testosterone, and it's a little disappointing because he's only benching like 115 there.
Well, it's a warm-up set, right?
Nah, he's not even benching, man. He's doing incline
wearing
skull
jeans.
crushers. Yeah,
No,
that's the most
it's
disappointing part. Is he's
incline
wearing
bench,
jeans.
115. It's weak.
I actually think working out in jeans is a flex. Where if you're
a gay man, yeah.
Delco, what's your max, man?
For incline,
yeah,
Sure.
I can do like 275.
Okay, what about you, Mickey?
Probably about 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, give or take, right?
Yeah.
1,200 if you're
Without-
feeling.
We
Depends
actually
if I warm
measure.
up or not.
We actually measure in meters.
Me too.
So, you know how it is.
RFK though, whatever that gas is, that's great. How old is he?
455. Thanks
67.
for asking, Delco.
No, we don't need
wanted
to know.
say that so bad. I'm glad no one fucking
I
asked him.
didn't give it to
Gotta
him.
do that like
I
a
didn't give it
jerk
to him.
off.
I didn't give it to him. I refused to. I was like, no, I'll let him answer it on his own. That'll kill it. That'll kill it.
Well done. Well done.
But if RFK's on that gas, I want that cocktail. He's got to be, what, 60s, mid-60s, looking like that? That's impressive.
George's
That's impressive.
putting his helmet back
How
on
old
to
is
feel
RFK?
tough again.
67.
69.
Oh,
Is
shit.
he? Shit, he's the golden number.
Hell yeah.
Look at that, dude. Fucking A.
Any 69-year-old that looks like that is unfaithful to their women, right?
Well, he's with Cheryl Hines, and that's not bad.
What if he was with Cheryl Teagues?
Then you're never leaving.
Yeah.
You're never leaving after that.
How long has it been with Cheryl Hines for? A while?
Since like 07 or something.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
been a
Yeah.
while. It's been a while for those two. Nobody knew because she wanted to keep her job in Hollywood, and now that's kind of done with for her. So
Yeah.
they're if you go against the Vax crowd,
I
sorry,
mean,
bro.
Larry's not going to fire her.
Yeah, Larry doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know that she's been how.
Yeah, did he already write her off?
Yeah, she's already been written on the show.
They're divorced.
Yeah. She kind of just pops
in the
on
show.
like once a year now.
She's in the show. She dates Ted Danson.
Okay. I thought they got divorced on the show, and then she just kind of disappeared for a while.
No, she's constantly in his life.
They did get divorced on the show just because I think Larry David was getting divorced in real life and just wrote it in. But yeah,
That's
she's still on the
right.
show.
And
Larry
actually,
David
that
got
episode
divorced.
where they get divorced got the guy out of prison because he was in the background of the Dodgers game.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Because the other part about this was I remember when he was getting divorced, he was like 72, I think. And at that age, like, do you still think you got it where you're like, man, I'm going to go chase some pussy after this at 72?
Yeah.
That's nuts to me. And you're
If
losing
you're on,
half
if you're
your
on
bank account.
the cocktail he's on over there, I bet you do.
Larry
Well, yeah,
David
what's-
is definitely
what's he
not
doing?
on that cocktail.
No.
Nah, right.
Although that would be awesome. If we
Larry
just wake
David got
up in 6 months and Larry David looks like the fucking Rock, that would be incredible. That would be nuts.
Hell yeah.
That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Who's he
Larry
with now?
remarried.
Oh, he did? Shut up. Let's see her.
To the Palestinian woman who owns the chicken joint.
Come on.
He got remarried during COVID.
During COVID, zoom in on
There
her.
we go.
Good for you.
How old is she?
Younger.
She's
Definitely
very young. She's got a tit out there. Is there a bra?
Say 40s.
I love that look. I don't know. Is that like late
Say
80s, early
38s.
90s where they wear like the blazer with
Yep.
the nothing? I fucking love that look.
It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, that like Brigitte Nelson. What was that?
Nielsen?
Who's the one who put the furry bush out for everybody to see?
Oh,
it's Sharon Stone?
Sharon Stone.
Sharon
yeah,
Stone,
love
yeah.
that look. You
Yeah.
know, they get the shoulder pads. Yeah, I love it
For
all.
sure.
Oh.
How old is this chick, Bob? What do we got here for her?
We found her. We don't have her age though.
Because she's in her, I mean, Larry's, I think, 72 maybe. So, like, I'm going to say this chick's 38.
I'm gonna say she's 50.
You think
No.
she's my age? You think she's 30?
I'm going
I think she's
44.
38, yes.
I'm 37. There's no fucking way.
I'm going to say 38. Find her. What's her name?
She was born in 1978, so she is in her. She's 44.
She's 44.
I just fucking nailed that.
No,
I was pretty
45.
close,
She's
yeah.
45 now.
Mickey got it.
My
Mickey got
buddy's
it.
39 and he's seeing a 19-year-old. What are our thoughts on that?
Gross.
Who cares?
You can't have a
This
conversation.
isn't a
Gross.
goddamn morality contest, dude.
I'm just asking. Jesus.
No.
Judge.
look,
Your thoughts?
it's she just graduated high school last year.
I don't.
What do
I'm
you
not
talk-
positive
what do
she
you talk
graduated
about?
at all.
I talk about high school, dude.
Yeah, I get in on all the gossip and stuff.
we watch pranks on
That
TikTok.
Sharon's such a bitch, right? Am I right?
Am I right?
If she went to your high school, I think you'd have more
Mr.
in
Stevenson's
common.
class is
Yeah,
so
right?
Exactly.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Mr. Stevenson. He was in
Wait,
two grades below me.
Wait,
Yeah.
was your buddy a teacher at the school?
No.
Because that would make it weird. I
That would
think.
make it weird.
Yeah.
Might make it illegal.
Probably, yeah.
That's Florida.
In Texas, it is. So the age of consent is 17. But if a teacher bangs a student, that's still statutory rape.
And if
or
there's
something.
anything the good people at Drinking Bros know about me, it's that I love teachers.
You sure do.
So
You
there's
sure
that.
do. We've always known that about you.
Yeah.
We've always known that about you. We showed that hot one who's going to jail from the other day, and
Those are
man,
the
whenever
only
I see a
teachers I
hot
like.
teacher go away after banging a 17-year-old high school quarterback,
Yeah.
I feel bad
Yeah.
for them.
I would
they shouldn't have to go to jail.
I would much rather hot teachers in their 20s and 30s bang 17 and 18-year-old high school students than teach them communism.
For sure.
For sure.
Suck his
For
dick.
sure.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up and suck his dick.
So much less of a problem.
Yeah.
So funny. The United States government's like, hey, you gave that 17-year-old a blowjob. You're going to jail. Anyway, here's your draft card, kid. Go fight for your country.
Yeah.
It's fucking government, man.
But Homegirl's looking at, a decade in prison for this. So,
Are conjugal visits actually a thing?
kanjis?
Yeah.
It depends on what state it is, I think. you're
Really?
in, right?
So if you have a
That's
good enough
such-
attorney, you can get those things written into your sentence? Or
It's tough.
How's that work?
Like Epstein couldn't do it. For real. So what he would do all day, this is a true story. What Epstein would do to get out of jail every single day was he would have meetings with his lawyers for 8 hours a day. And they allowed that, so he would get to go in a room with his lawyers, and they would literally just fucking hang for like 8 hours a day.
No shit.
Yep.
Yeah, but could they fuck?
They could not fuck.
You can't fuck.
Nope.
Is there
What about
somebody in there?
attorney-client privilege?
It couldn't fuck.
Is there somebody in the room?
Thought
with
that's
them?
what it meant.
Yeah, somebody's watching outside the door.
No,
Somebody's
they can't.
watching.
No, they can't watch.
Well,
It's attorney-client privilege.
There's a window and all that other shit, but it's not a closed. You don't go into a closed room.
You're not allowed to monitor somebody when they're with their attorney.
It's like a fucking when they interrogate people. That's what it's like.
What?
They stand outside the door.
Yeah.
You think they could have? I don't know.
Do you know how many rappers would be doing drugs right now? Like that Young Thug. There's a reason why they're giving him Percocet
Sorry.
in the courtroom.
Do you not think that he's doing drugs?
No. And here's why.
Little toilet wine.
Here's why. 2 times during that trial, 2 of his buddies in the courtroom gave him Percocet, and they got arrested inside the courtroom. If he was getting it on the reg, there would be no need for that. Dead serious.
I don't think pills are the same in jail as like coke and heroin and shit though.
If I'm in jail, though, I want pills. Coke's not going to last long enough. If I want to check out
acid.
for the day.
I want acid.
In jail?
Fuck yeah. I've been on
yes.
acid in jail before.
Really?
And overnight, yeah.
I would lose my shit.
No, it was awesome.
Why?
Because otherwise, what the fuck are you going to do? I was having conversations with people that didn't exist, brother. Everybody else is like, oh, this fucking sucks, man. I'm like, not for me. I'm interrogating Tigger over here. Like, where's the WMDs, you piece of shit? Fucking.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was just a cartoon character.
And then
Tigger.
Rabbit's waterboarding him and shit. I'm like, thanks, Rabbit.
Thanks, Rabbit.
You're like a real life character from The Boys.
We got all the answers. We got all the fucking answers. But I think pills, at least
It's so
you'll be able
funny
to check
that
out for the day.
he's like, yeah, it's a character that wasn't there. It was some guy who was in the drunk tank who he's fucking gutted. He doesn't realize.
Yeah. He wasn't real to me.
R.I.P. to that guy. R.I.P. to that fucking guy. But yeah, like a nice oxy would eat up about 8 hours of your day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can see why
opiates
people...
make me too chatty, though.
Really?
Like, I feel good. I'm like, oh, I'll talk to this guy. You don't want to make friends in fucking jail. Fuck that shit.
I'm not chatty on it. I'm not chatty on it. Whereas a line of Coke wouldn't be good enough, and it would probably be shitty Coke in jail. I don't think you're getting good shit in there.
That's fair.
And it's all got a little bit of ass dust on it, too.
Yeah, because it's going up somebody's pooper and then into your nostrils. So you're going to get some residuals on that, maybe some pink eye. And
I feel like that's where you're going to want to do
opiates will
steroids.
constipate you, and then you could use your toilet to make more toilet wine.
Yeah.
Kick those things up a couple notches.
It's got to ferment.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got to put it in that sock.
I've been
dog.
saving grapes from the little fucking fruit tray they give me.
How do you make toilet wine?
Out of fruit that you get.
Fruit in a
from-
sock.
Really? It's
Yep.
fruit in a sock?
Yeah.
Is that how that goes? Do you think you can make like adrenochrome in prison?
No.
You just
I
like
mean-
scare the noob and then harvest them?
They got to be baby. They got to be young enough. They're
No.
Too old?
No, that's not true.
Really?
No, so Satanists back in the 70s used to, when they were doing human sacrifice, they would sell the adrenal gland to people.
No shit. And what's that worth? What was that going to run you?
25 menthols?
I don't know, but if you've got a knife, I mean, I could show you.
What do you mean?
Scare Gerard.
Yeah.
So the adrenal gland,
He's doing it.
the adrenal gland.
Scared.
He's terrified right
If
now.
this is your spine, the adrenal gland is right down here at the base, right above where your vestigial tail would be, right?
Why
Okay.
do you know this?
And then how do you drink it? How do you extract it and get it and drink it?
The same way that you would like this throat cutting shit, that's nothing, right? That's not real. What you want to do is you want to take the tip of your blade vertically and push it in a little bit and then pop and hiss.
Yeah.
You want to pop the fucking.
Okay, it's good to know.
But
Yeah.
do you do
You know
that
a lot of shit,
with the
bro.
adrenal gland?
You know a lot
Yeah,
of
so
shit.
you're dealing with a spinal column. You got to get it out of the way. So you're going to go in like this, and then turn, and then twist the blade like this, like kind of like you're filleting a fish almost. And it's
Okay.
going to pop that out, and then right behind that is where the adrenal.
But that
gland is.
seems like it would be like a one usage type of a thing.
It is.
You know,
What am I supposed to do?
How
Run a
long does it
catheter
last?
out of his
well,
goddamn
that's what I'm
adrenal
asking.
gland?
Can you
No,
run a
motherfucker.
catheter? You know,
No.
and then just like a little tap, you can
No.
have it like a
a
little
shunt in the back.
Yeah,
No.
like an adrenal gland on. Yeah, a faucet. You just you turn it.
It's like an Irish car bomb. Like once that fucking
That's it.
shot goes in, you
You
got to
just
do the
drop
whole.
it and
What do you
go.
think? You just got a
That's
guy, Dave. Dave's real scared.
Yeah.
Dave. You just turn the tap.
Dave's in the back, and you just
Yeah,
you work it up.
that's all. You just
all right, so
you give
it's
it a little
time
spout.
sensitive based on having to scare them a little. Huh? Is that why you
Not
can't?
necessarily.
Monsters Inc. said you can get just as much if you make them laugh.
Really?
That's not true.
Monsters
true at
Inc. is
all.
100% about harvesting children's fear.
You think it is?
Oh, yeah.
It'd be great if it was.
Have you ever seen the Dr. Sleep scene?
No.
Oh, boy.
You're really into
boy.
Monsters Inc.
Without Dr. Sleep.
Do you have children?
No.
Okay.
Not of my own or under duress.
It always freaks me out when people watch kids' movies and they don't have kids, you know?
Yeah. You
Why?
should be scared.
You think Monsters Inc. is a kids movie?
Yeah.
It's like a date night movie. Like, oh, let's throw on Monsters Inc.
No, it's
Really?
not. I mean, it's because you're dating kids, but I mean, you gotta
It's further incriminating.
go big hand over the little hand there.
Yeah, Sully, it's a funny movie.
Is it?
Have you watched Shrek? Is Shrek a kids movie?
Yes.
Oh, Shrek.
100%.
There's so much adult humor in
Listen,
Shrek.
I think there's a couple exceptions, but if it's animated, it's basically a kid's thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Have you seen Boondocks?
Have you seen South Park?
South Park, I
seen
know.
South Park?
Family Guy, I get it, but for the most part.
For the G, yeah. So the first time I saw Shrek was with my kids.
Okay.
I didn't watch it in the movie theater.
Honestly, I
If
saw.
it's not rated PG-13 or up, it's for kids.
I think it's PG-13, right, Shrek? Is it PG?
Yeah, it's PG.
I watched Shrek about 6 months back, and I was like shocked it's a kids movie. I was like, I can't believe this is a kids movie.
They have
Ironically,
little things in there.
Yeah, so ironically, during the strikes and all that stuff, they didn't have enough movies to put into theaters, so Shrek came back. So I just went with my kid maybe 4 months ago, and I took him. He wanted to go see Shrek in the theaters. First of all, the animation still has never been matched.
Yeah,
I mean,
it holds up.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
That's why these Disney movies bomb. Like, dude, replicate the fucking Shrek animation. You've never done better. And the writing was so fucking good in that movie that's the difference with these fucking movies.
Well, did you see Bob Iger finally came out? He finally admitted yesterday, he goes, we've been a little heavy on messaging in our movies.
Oh, did he finally say that?
Finally
Fuck.
said it. He finally said it after their market cap has literally halved in 5 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we focus too much on messaging. We got to get back to telling better stories.
So that's all it is.
Speaking of telling better stories, I need to make a correction. So technically, it's a little bit above the base of the spine.
Oh, okay, great.
Right,
For the adrenochrome?
right around,
Show the people on Mickey.
right around the kidneys, right? So it's like down here, but it's not all the way down at your tailbone or anything like that.
See, I
It's
would have
up a
thought it
little
was
bit.
like in the head or
Yeah, I
something
did too,
that.
like in the back of the head. Yeah.
Really?
No, I think it's strategically placed because when the adrenal gland gets activated, it does a couple things. One, it pumps adrenaline into your system, but it also tells your brain to pump blood into your extremities, your legs and arms, so you can run and fight, right?
Okay.
So I think it's down there for that reason, if I had to guess.
That's a nice thing. We learned a lot today.
I guess so.
Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Gerard, you've been on many times. You've done this.
Yep,
Mickey, we'll give it to you. Who would you like to give the Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
Drinking Bro of the Week. Tell me. I want to make sure I bestow this
you?
proper.
Somebody who's inspired you or helps you become the person you are today?
Oh, it's just someone from my own life.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it could be somebody you aspire to be.
All right, I mean, it's not gonna be like fun or anything. I'm gonna give it to David Adeve. That's my second father.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu coach, one of my biggest mentor in my life. That's why I'm gonna give him the Drinking Bro of the Week. I don't think he's ever drank in his life. Also,
It doesn't need to.
little lame.
The phrase "drinking bros" is actually invented by our other co-host Gerard. So you never
never
drink
met him.
alone. Well,
where's he at?
who
What's the
knows?
story? And I hear Giorgio's gone. I'm supposed to choke him out. Remember that was part of the
Well,
bet.
you'll see him tomorrow at the fight. I think
He's
he's
gonna be
gonna
there?
Is he going to the fight
He's
tomorrow?
going with
Yeah,
Delco, I think.
yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you can choke him out at the fight tomorrow night then. That'd be great. We'll get some footage of it. What do you give Giorgio's shot there, Delco?
No, he has to allow it.
There's no shot.
There's no shot. He lost
Yeah.
the bet.
There's no shot.
Oh, he has to allow it. Okay.
You know what though?
You'll
I'd
allow him to
I'd
try
like
not
to
allow
see
it?
him not allow it.
Giorgio was a D1 wrestler.
Yeah,
At a top 5 program.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was.
He replaced Michael Chandler.
I'll get that neck. I'm gonna get that neck.
I hope it
I know how to
goes
find
down.
that neck.
What about Chuck? Because Chuck's coming in tomorrow.
Yo, Chuck's one of my was when I was I was probably 15, 16. He was my guy.
Yeah.
He's he kind of was one of the people who got me into the sport. Like
I think a
love
lot of
Chuck
people
Liddell
say
big.
that.
A lot of
Yeah.
people.
A lot of people say that.
Myself
Yeah, I think
included.
I love Chuck Liddell. I read his book. Yeah, it'll be cool to kick. I never hung out with him.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
He's dope as fuck. He's one
Great
of those.
on Entourage.
He was. He actually just did their podcast. He went. Those guys came in and did our podcast.
Okay.
And then they were asking about Chuck, and I was like, yeah, here's his number. So Chuck went on the podcast and
That's
did the
sick.
show with him. It was Doug Allen and who's his partner?
Kevin?
Kevin, yeah.
Yeah. They have a good show because now Sean Avery pops on there a lot, and he's got his own Full Send hockey podcast. Yep. Oh my, Sean has gone completely haywire.
Sean Avery's the best.
He talks so much fucking shit. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
Same here.
I love that dude. He's
So he's been doing jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah. He's I think he's a purple belt or some shit.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's been into it for a little bit.
I did a podcast with him back in the day, and he was like when this was at Broadway Comedy Club, and then he was like 1 year out, and we asked one question. And beforehand, he was like, look, I don't want to talk about the Rangers. I'm not going to name names. We're like, yeah, that's cool, man. And then we asked one question, and he spent 40 minutes talking shit about John Tortorella. He just fucking went nuts.
What were you going to say, Dalco?
Now, before we go, we got to obviously ask, the elephant in the room with Mickey, how do we get you to Royal Rumble in Tampa?
We'll be there.
Here we go.
I'm available. I'm available. WWE. They
Rematch.
they got my
Everybody
number.
wants it,
I will grant him a rematch.
Hunter
happily.
Hurst Helmsley.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to. Maybe I'll talk to Joe DeFranco and
That's your boy.
Triple H there to kind of put something like that together. When is it?
It's
27th
of January, yeah. It's at the end of the month in Tampa at the Tropicana Field.
And that's a Royal Rumble.
We got Hard AF Seltzer
I
in the
should
building.
definitely be running out there in that Rumble.
Hey, there's Hard AF Seltzer.
Are
in
you
the building
going
too.
But then I'm just gonna sit down and fucking throw shots. I'm gonna win that Rumble. It's gonna be hard to pick those big ass guys with dead weight up and toss them out of the ring. But
You're just gonna shoot. You're gonna go full shoot.
Full shoot.
Full shoot.
Full shoot.
Oh,
I'm going
man.
in, all the way.
Who do you? Well,
It's gonna be one and done for me, guys.
they're gonna have Lesnar on the side just in case you go rogue.
Yeah.
They're like, Brock, we're gonna need you to go ahead and.
Actually, I'm not gonna say my strategy.
Is
Let's
he
see
back?
what happens.
Is he back? By the way, is Brock Lesnar back?
I don't know, man. I think he does.
Well, they
like,
have Legends contracts,
Yeah,
so you have
that's
to
the
make
thing.
like 10 appearances a year or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lesnar's been back, but CM Punk's back now too. So that just the one-on-one matchup, and then you can enter the Rumble after you beat him.
All right,
That'd be
I'm with
great.
it. I'm with it.
The other one is, do you know who the American champion is?
Is it the American Nightmare?
No, it's Logan Paul.
It's Logan
Oh,
Paul.
it's Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Dude, he's freaking good.
I
Man.
know.
Yeah, I was impressed.
That's
He's
like
unbelievable.
So,
He's athletic,
so
goes
far,
for
all
it.
the stuff he's done, that's what he's the best at, I think. I
He's
think he's
really
going to,
good.
he can make, not that he needs it, but he can make a lot of money over there.
He already is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like over the course of a career.
Dude,
he
for
can-
somebody that doesn't do it, some of the shit he's done in ring is unreal.
It's amazing. And I think he was a wrestler maybe in college. So
I think they did
or high
wrestle.
I'm
school or
sure
college or
if it's
something
anything like what he did with boxing, I'm sure he spent a lot of time training before he got into the ring, right?
Yeah.
He was jumping off the ropes and like doing
Crazy
like,
shit.
Yeah, it was super
like
impressive.
super impressive. I've been a kind of a Paul's hater, like, you know what I mean? But man, between what the brother did in boxing and what Logan's done, fucking man.
I agree. It's hard to hate those guys. And
kids.
Prime Energy Drink, I mean, it's fucking everywhere.
They're awesome, man.
It's very hard to start an RTD company and get it out globally like that, like within that short amount of time. Those guys have crushed it.
If Mick does do this now, can we get this thing like locked in where he has to wear black Speedos that say hard AF right over the crotch?
Oh, yeah, it'd be
Like
great.
Val Venus style.
I'm all in.
You
We're
gotta
all
go-
in for that.
You got to go black knee pads, black Speedo, hard AF.
They're
What are
letting
you
Logan.
thinking here?
They're letting Logan drink Prime in the ring.
Huh?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
hell
sure
yeah.
he-
I'm gonna,
I'm sure
I'm
he's
gonna go
paying
bring
for
back
that.
the Stone Cold, but crack a couple hard AFs together.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, but then it's 2 8% and you're shit faced.
I fucking love those things, bro. I must have about 6 of them last night. It was nice.
They're not bad.
No,
Well,
they're great.
Ross, it's because Endeavor owns both WWE and UFC. So
Yeah.
Oh,
sponsor
got
of
it,
UFC.
got it, got it.
Everything's coming together.
It
Del
sure
Mar.
is.
Did you see this dead Longhorn found at Oklahoma State frat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a picture of it. It's pretty brutal. Bring it up before we get out of here.
I heard a dead Buckeye was found in the Big 12.
A Buckeye is a fucking nut,
It's
brother.
a nuts, but yeah, a dead one was found. A lot of them up in Michigan last weekend.
Oh,
This is fuck 'em.
They just dropped it off at this
So,
fraternity house. dude.
the
What does that
fratern-
say? Eat more chicken?
That says fuck FH. What does FH stand for?
Farmhouse fraternity. So
Oh, the agriculture fraternity.
So
All
the
right.
story is, from what I've seen so far, and this literally used to be my job, basically, is writing about stories like this. Another fraternity went to some members of farmhouses, like his dad's ranch or whatever.
Yeah.
Kidnapped a longhorn, fucking gutted it. That's why they stabbed it in the stomach. That's why that's blurred out. And dumped it on farmhouse's property. My assumption is, another ag house did this, like Ag Sig or Ag Row.
Yeah.
So like, it's always another hillbilly house.
No,
Yeah.
it says fuck FH. Farmhouse did this. You got to get them off your trail. You got to.
It's a LeBron James situation.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me if this was an accident. It had nothing to do with the game whatsoever. It's just two farmhouses doing fucking farmhouse shit.
Are we positive it's farmhouses? Because that spelling looks accurate.
Well, you see it in the background there. It
Yeah,
says
they just looked on the
farmhouse.
building, bro.
Oh, that's what it was? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right there. It says
They also
farmhouse.
only put the F and the H.
It's going to be hilarious when the only thing missing from that gutted cow is its adrenal gland. And
Exactly.
we know exactly. who
Suck
did
it up.
I had nothing to do with
So,
that.
does this mean Oklahoma State wins or Texas?
Oof. God, is it weird? My gut's telling me Oklahoma State, like Texas, will somehow fuck this up.
525.
You think so?
No,
know, man.
Oklahoma State is not going to win this game.
I don't know. They get a great running back, and it's like, what if you just gave it to him 38 times a game like they did last week?
Wow.
Who knows?
That would
Silicon
be,
Thick brought you guys
that
some
would
stuff
be
too.
bad.
Got you some.
Oh,
some
sweet.
bee
Thanks,
bread.
What do you
buddy.
got, dude?
Got some bee bread.
Yeah,
Here,
this
have
is
you ever tried
Spartan
the
bee bread.
Hell yeah, dude.
Spartan bee bread is great. It's
Yeah,
like,
I eat this shit every day.
Now we got
What is
some
You guys
battle
know,
bars
you guys know
too.
Alex?
You got you,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Alex,
Alex
right?
Witt, yeah. Thank you.
This is our homies down at Killcliff, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Are these their new energy bars?
Alex and G.
I heard about these.
Those are great.
They're
They're so fucking
So
good.
good, dude.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's the
Really
best
good.
ones.
I'm
And that
fucking
bee
in,
bread's
dude.
got like so much stuff in it, like it's like a superfood. It's
Yeah.
so good. You take it like a vitamin.
Yeah,
You know, right?
It's like it's flower pollen basically. So it's got fucking like 80 different nutrients in it or some shit compacted into this little bee bread thing. It's. I think the Greeks have been taking it for. They say Spartan, but the Greeks took it. I don't know if the Spartans really did.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's a catchy name.
You're making
Yeah.
a differentiation between the Spartans and the Greeks?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah,
do you like the way it tastes?
Yeah, I love it.
I think it's just like okay. Like I take it more almost like a vitamin, but a lot of people like love it. They
I
think
love
it's
it. It
like,
tastes
like
so
honey.
good, yeah.
Did you try that thing?
I'll give it a bite light on.
No, that one.
live on
Try
it.
that little
Oh,
thing
this.
first, and
Yeah.
then
What does this do for you?
that's what we were just talking about. It's got like so many. It helps with like everything basically. It's got like a crazy
Vitamin?
amount of like vitamins. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it says on the back. It says like
I'll-
some of the vitamins, but yeah, it's gonna keep you healthy.
Oh, it's 240 natural substances.
And just a little ass thing.
But yeah, in the same way that like animal protein or animal
Get that
fat
for you.
lipids soak up, it is kind of weird to open.
Sorry to open. There you go.
In the same way that animal lipids are carriers for nutrients that cows and ruminant animals eat, this bee pollen is fucking a carrier for all kinds of shit that's found in fruits and vegetables, basically.
Okay.
Right. So
Yeah,
it's a
it
more
tastes
efficient
awful.
way to get that.
No, you're right. It tastes
Are you?
awful.
I love the way
I
it
don't.
tastes.
Yeah, so it's weird. I think I'm more with you. I don't think it's the most delicious, but a lot of people love it. They think it tastes like honey.
Yeah, it tastes awful.
Do you start feeling like more like virile?
I mean, it feels
Give it
like
a minute.
I'm forcing something down at like in an ex's house.
But
where
it's-
just like, oh, you made this? Yeah, so, oh, your mom made this? Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it makes you feel good. Real good.
On the inside?
Yo, and know what's crazy? I took like 4 of those
Mm-hmm.
one day, and I had the craziest dreams of my entire life. I didn't know. No one told me anything about the dreams, but they were all like it was like productive dreams. Like
Have
I
you ever had royal jelly before?
Yes.
It'll do the same thing.
What's royal jelly?
See, I think I gotta have a certain
It's the
amount.
jelly that the queen eats. Oh. It'll make you hallucinate a little bit. Not when you're awake. It's not that powerful, but it'll
dream?
make you have
What's that
crazy
about?
vivid dreams. I have no idea.
Bee bread is what it's called?
Bee bread. Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever had it.
Well, if
We'll
you
see
want
what
to wash
happens
it down
tonight.
with that s'mores battle bar.
No, I'm
like
drinking
it.
Hard AF
there you go.
for sure. But is this good?
That,
Oh, that's
yeah.
really good.
Okay.
That's really good.
All right, I'll try one
So
of the.
you guys know Alex. They made that because like the shit they had, they only had like Cliff Bars and like they didn't dig like the MREs and all that stuff. So we made try to make one that tastes like an offshoot of a Rice Krispie.
No, these are very good.
Yeah, we've had Alex on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
you
good
have?
dude. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah. No, Alex is great. I think we're gonna see him next week down in Florida.
And you also have a hemp dip. Is that correct?
Yeah, bro. You know I like my dip.
He loves his dip, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys dip? Are you a dip guy?
I used to dip all the time, man.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For years.
I'll try one.
How'd you kick it?
One of these mugs.
No,
So
I
we can finish
can't.
chewing.
I can't.
How'd you kick it?
Man, the first time was a hypnotist.
For real? And it worked?
I can't. I don't know. And, like I'll never have the answer for it, to be honest with you. But I also did a movie where I was smoking a lot in the film itself, and it was after like 60 days of smoking 2 packs a day in this film. I quit after that, and I never went back, and that was probably 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
So I like
was
the
the
nicotine
cigarette
ones,
budget
but
on
these
that
are
film?
just CBD.
Oh,
Hemp
really?
dip is just CBD.
Oh, that's dope, dude.
Yeah, so actually, like I like when I would do the nicotine, like I'd spit it, like like normal dip.
Sure.
But this I actually like swallow it, so I get all that good.
Yeah.
CBD good. I get hit in the head a lot.
CBD.
You know what I mean?
So I take
trying
a
to
lot of
offset
CBD.
that.
Yeah. How many milligrams are in that?
I think it's 5 in each
each pouch?
dip. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
And is this your company?
No, it's not my company.
What's it called? Dublend?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Dublend, but it's just like hemp dip on Instagram.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
shit.
good shit.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I like to
shit.
share with my boys. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
No, thanks,
Yeah.
man. We appreciate you being here.
It's not that bad.
Tell everybody where they can find you. You talking about that bee shit?
No, bee bread is
yeah.
delicious.
Bee bread?
I don't know why you don't like it. It tastes like
The thing that I just had in my
yeah.
mouth?
This little thing
Yeah.
is really good to me. I
Tastes
don't
like a
know.
raisin.
A little bit.
Yep.
It does taste like a raisin.
Huh?
Yeah, not bad.
You sure? Okay. Tell everybody where.
You can find me. I'm at Mickey Gall, MICKEYGALL, and at Slick and Thick Show. That's me and Gerard Show, America's favorite podcast.
And then check us out on Canceled Weekly also with Canceled.
Oh yeah, and Dan's our first guest.
Dan
Guest
was
we
our
ever
first
did.
guest.
ever did.
And then and Russ is going to be on our next Slick and Thick that we're going live.
Yes.
Very soon.
Let's
here.
do it, dude. I'm
Yeah,
all
bro.
in. Can't wait. Big fan of you guys, dude. Big fan of your podcast and everything that you do. I'm glad you could come out finally. He's been here
Yeah.
a couple times.
Do what you can about not cutting yourself again with my goddamn knife. Here's what I don't need is your AIDS all over the blades in my fucking office.
You know what's
Yeah,
so funny?
if there's gonna be blood on his blade, he wants to earn that.
You know what's-
He's done it himself. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you, and this is 100% fucking sure. This happened probably about 3 hard AFs deep, and I'm just fidgeting with this thing, and I feel myself cut.
Don't
I'm
blame
like,
the hard AFs, bro.
Yeah, well, no, I'm blaming myself. And then as people are talking on the podcast, and I'm like waiting for my turn to jump in or move it to the next subject, I start getting all fucking fucked up in my head, and I'm like, if anybody would have a poison tip fucking blade just laying around, it would be Dan.
Yeah.
Am I gonna lose my fucking finger? Like, do I need to text him right now? Like, what? Why is this tingling?
Should have just chopped it off.
I was freaking out a little
Nip it
bit,
in the
man. I was
butt.
like, it should be bleeding. Why isn't it bleeding? What's going on? Does he have an anticoagulant? What's like? I started freaking the fuck out.
No, it's what it is this is super sharp and it didn't cut all the way down to the capillaries. That's how sharp this knife is.
It's
sharp
it
as fuck.
sliced me, man.
Yeah.
It really did. But
Well, maybe it's like a lightsaber.
and I'm gonna be real.
Cauterizes.
I'm gonna, I didn't get my drinking bro of the day, and it's you two motherfuckers, man. You guys, what you guys have built here, what you do for the veteran community, what you do both as talent and what you do to support talent, and then what you guys also do as far as entrepreneurs, and it's not only awesome. I was a fan before I've ever been on.
That's what I was gonna say. Gerard raved about you guys before, we got to meet you and all that shit. So
Yeah, but now
it's
that-
cool when people that you're fans of are actually cool as fucking person. You know?
Oh, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
And-
now that we're in the space, man, you guys give us a North Star to look towards, man.
Well, we
It's
told
awesome.
you, hey, you come out here, you can have the studio, you can shoot, do whatever you want, drink, do drugs, don't care.
And we're doing it all.
I know there was cocaine in that shoe, and I heard it's gone, so I apologize for that. Uncle Laser though was the last one.
Yeah. I mean, if you
It was NFL draft night.
to be honest, if you had a lineup with no information and you had a lineup of who took the cocaine, it's like he's that guy with the
It's Uncle
fucking.
Laser.
He did it for sure.
It's definitely Uncle Laser. Well, again, we appreciate it. Big fans of your podcast, Slick and Thick. Looking forward to Canceled Weekly and Dan's appearance. Feel free to come back anytime, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Glad
Merry
to have you in
Christmas.
Austin.
To the Drinkin'
Absolutely.
Bros Network.
Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. Nothing more to do over there. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.